It's bad.
We're just not used to this kind of thing.
We're so thankful for Boondockers Welcome.
I can't believe we get to stay here overnight.
Free 99.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
We are on the road again. We're in Washington, the Mid-Cascade mountain range. We're heading east out of the mountain range down to Crescent Bar. We've been to Crescent Bar before. It's really beautiful. It's on the Columbia River. We were not able to go kayaking last time, so I'm hoping that this time the weather will allow us to do some kayaking.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What a wonderful trip we had in the Leavenworth area. Gosh, these mountains are stunningly beautiful. And today, perfect travel day in the 80s and sunny, no wind, just absolutely beautiful. How did you like your stay in Leavenworth, Wayne?
Well, I've got hyperbole and superlatives and gushing.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to hear?
How about that ice cream?
Ooh, that was in the top 5 ice creams we've ever had on our 6 years of full-time RVing.
I can't get over that ice cream. It was so good, but it was so huge. I don't think I have ever not finished an ice cream in my life, but it was huge. They homemade the waffle cone, but I had ice cream all over me when I got home, so that's a mark of it being good. But first time, I just couldn't finish it. It was just too huge.
And they're a great hike, nice bike riding.
You gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble.
So we are off on our way to Crescent Bar, only about 75 miles today, and looking forward to it. Just heading east. Here we go.
Yeah, see you soon.
Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. Pacino.
Wow, this is a beautiful evening out here in Crescent Bar, Eastern Washington on the Columbia River, and it's just very serene.
It's amazing what 70 miles will do. We were just this morning up in the forest.
Yeah, snow-driven rivers and forest and hiking, and
this is a completely different landscape, and it's almost 90 degrees. So, you know, it's funny. I think just 2 weeks ago, I mean, this is the hottest we've been in, I think, this year.
Yeah, kind of, even when we were down in the desert, it wasn't this hot.
And we're in May, and it's funny because I think just 2 weeks ago in Alaska, I had never been more cold in my life. And here we are, I'm struggling getting out t-shirts and, oh gosh, trying to stay cool so we can take a walk.
But that's the beauty of the full-time RV life, because the change is something you just get used to and embrace. And ultimately, it's good for you.
Yeah.
There's our rig behind me up there on the hill.
We're in Wenatchee, Washington, which is the big city near where we're camping. And there's every big box store here. And we were here a couple of years ago, parked at Fred Meyer's at the grocery store. And we were in this parking spot, and I was parked, and I saw that big, huge nest over there, and I'm thinking, what in the world is that? So I'm on my phone Googling, and it turns out that it's an osprey nest. And 2 years later, I wanted to come back and see if it was still here. And lo and behold, it's still there with the osprey right there. How cool is that? for a solution on travel days for me. It has now become very difficult with me in my seat, especially I've got a phone, I've got a camera, it just seems like I've got all kinds of little stuff. So I'm thinking of maybe just, I don't want another thing, but at least a collapsible storage. This is all how big it is, and I can store it pretty easily, and then it will unfold and I can put it down on the floor and put all my stuff in it. So I'm not sure if this will work or not. Let me know in the comments below what you use for storage or just knickknacks on travel day when maybe you have snacks or whatever it is and it just can't all fit in your seat. So I'm going to try this. It's only $4. If it doesn't work, I'll try something else. Leave a comment below. People really don't realize how stressful shopping can be for a full-time RVer. You're in a different place, you're in a different store, you don't know where anything is, so you're running around the store, constantly backtracking, looking for stuff. That's why I usually grocery shop at Walmart, because they tend to be similarly laid out no matter where you are in the country. We're checking out of Crescent Bar today. We were only here a very few days. Weren't able to do too many things because of the wind. But now we're just setting up to get going. Wayne's got to hook up the car. Very small campground, not very much room to set up the car, so Wayne's got to back up into the car, and we'll make it work. And we are good to go. We've just stopped at a rest area. We're traveling eastbound on the 90 in Washington State. You know, coming from the west side with the seashore, the shoreline, and then all the Cascade Mountains and forests, it is such a different landscape traveling here on the east side. It is miles and miles of farmland, and it is pretty stark. Although the roads are very nice, very flat, no potholes, and very little wind. So it's a great travel day indeed. We're on our way to a Boondockers Welcome in the Spokane area. Hopefully the directions she gave me when we get there to park are not confusing, because they will not be there. But if so, if there's a problem, we'll just figure it out when we get there. We'll take you along with us. We'll see you then.
Hey gang, we arrived at our Boondockers Welcome here in Spokane.
What a great property this is. We're so thankful for Boondockers Welcome hosts that generously allow us to stay on their land.
Yeah, it's pretty groovy, and it allows us to go meet some friends that we have here in Spokane as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I have some old college buddy, and we've been friends for years, and looking forward to seeing them.
All right, let's go.
Here we go. We're at our friend Wendy and Dave's house, and they have a beautiful property here in Spokane, Washington. And their backyard, lo and behold, has a koi pond, and I get to feed the fish. Let's take a look here. They're hungry. They just have a great property here. They can grow their own food. They've got vegetables and peppers and fruit trees down there. It is just beautiful here. I'm so blessed that they've been sharing it with us to be able to stay here. They obviously live in a forested area, and they do have a barrier for their fruit trees, but a bear did this, climbed over, and they're gonna have to fix that, but climbed over the fence and ate all their apples. And they do have moose that come. There's a big pile of moose poop there. Funny, she shared a video with me of the moose in their pond, and just, it's funny. It's interesting. We were all in Alaska looking for moose and bear. Couldn't find any, and here we are in someone's house in Spokane, Washington, and they get bear and moose all the time. a great stay we've had at this Boondockers Welcome in the Spokane area. Such beautiful people, a beautiful property, and it allowed us to visit some friends, old friends in the Spokane area. We very much enjoyed it. Now it's time for Wayne to pull up so we can get our car connected and we will be on the road. I do have to say, the bugs are out in full force. You know, I didn't realize their mosquitoes were so bad in Washington. They're so bad, Wayne has to put his hoodie on while he's hooking up the tow car. Well, now I need to do a light check. I have to get out of the car, face the mosquitoes, do a light check. Final thing is a roll test, and we are off. Wow, it's bad. Here we go. Quickly, 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 quickly. Ready, Wayne?
Ready to go.
Here we go. The problem with power steps is that you cannot step on them while they're moving or you're going to burn out your motor. So I had to keep the door open while I waited for the steps to come out, and of course all the mosquitoes came in. So the first half an hour is going to be mosquito swatting inside the rig. Oh, fun. What a beginning to a travel day. We are continuing east on the 90. Our ultimate goal is Glacier National Park. And we've been there before, but we were on the east side before at St. Mary. This time we're going to be on the west side. And we're going to be there a little early in the season, but that's okay. I don't think going to the Sun Road will be all the way open, but we'll be able to take our bikes. So looking forward to that.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful time in Spokane. Shout out to Wendy and Dave, our friends.
Thank you, guys.
From long ago. They hosted us like we were royalty. We had wonderful food and games, and their property is just so beautiful. We had a wonderful, wonderful time. We just have an overnight this afternoon. A little quirky road stop. I don't know. I really don't know what to expect, but of course we will take you along with us. And here we go.
Do you remember me? We haven't talked in a while. How you used to dream before you gave up your smile.
We made it to a roadside stop called 50,000 Silver Dollar. It's along the 90 in Montana.
Leave a comment below if you've ever stayed here.
Yeah. What a beautiful drive we had on through Idaho, yeah?
Yeah, it's gorgeous up here.
Through the Idaho Panhandle. It was really Lake Coeur d'Alene and all the trees, really beautiful. Anyway, we're just going to go walk over to the RV park. They have free overnight parking here. So we're just parked the rig somewhere safe and we're just walking over to take a look before we bring our rig in here.
It is raining pretty good.
It is raining pretty good. Better get the camera out of the rain.
All right, we're gonna go check out the gift shop and store at 50,000 Silver Dollars. I can't believe we get to stay here overnight.
Free 99.
Free and 50 amp hookup. We've been doing this for a long time now. I don't think we've ever seen anything quite like this. Do you, Valerie?
I mean, very occasionally, maybe once in 5 years, but to get 50 amp for free at an overnight stop is amazing.
You also get a bench and a fire pit. There's lots of firewood around here. It's gorgeous. Maybe we'll see some grizzly bears, but you know how that goes with us.
Not happening.
All right, let's go.
No matter how hard it gets, the years and the tears you spent are worth it all. It's worth it all. Don't have to live with regret.
You know what's weird? It's 10 o'clock at night right now here on the border of Idaho and Montana. Yeah, we're way up north, but this place is hopping. People are going into restaurants. We're just not used to this kind of thing, and it's gonna be light like this for quite some time. You can see the moon way up there though.
Good morning. We had a great night, an overnight stop here at 50,000 silver dollar. Highly recommended if you're traveling on the I-90 between Montana and Idaho. Great overnight stop. They even offer free 30 and 50 amp. And if it's not available, if the 30 or 50 amp is not available, they have plenty of free just parking. Safe. We felt great. Anyway, highly recommend it. That wraps it up for this video. We so appreciate you watching. If you would, subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Until next time, catch you later.